So people always ask me, Mark, why does my score always fluctuate between the three bureaus, meaning Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion? Why does it fluctuate all the time? It's never the same. Why don't we talk about it? If you understand, or you on your journey to fix your credit, to repair your credit, and what have you, and if you look at all of us that's in the 800 credit score club, we simply just have one thing in common, and it's not the fact that we're smarter than you. It has nothing to do with the fact that we have more education or more educated and so on and so forth. We simply understand how credit works. You have to understand how credit works in order for you to capitalize on the aspects or on the things that you need to capitalize on to raise your credit score. It's not rocket science, let me tell you. It takes work, it takes energy, but it can be done. So for the purpose of this video, why my score always fluctuate between the three bureaus, why it's never the same. And I used to wonder that question myself. I used to have that same very question. And I used to wonder, why is that? I mean, they're all credit bureaus, So, but one thing you have to understand that when it comes to the FICO model, there are two different models, okay? You have the Vantage model and you have the FICO model. The FICO model is the one that is widely used, 90% or 95%, in the entire country, okay? So for the purpose of this video, we'll stick with the FICO model because that's what this is about. So you have to understand there are 28 different scores within the FICO model. Okay, there's 28 different scores within the FICO model, right? So if you take the three bureaus that we have, which is Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, all across the board, all three of them uses FICO 8. That's standard, right? But for example, if you take the auto industry, right? For Experian within the auto industry, they uses FICO 2 within the 28 different scores within the FICO models. And for Equifax, they uses FICO score 5. And then for TransUnion, they use FICO 4.2. So right there and then, you could kind of understand, even though there are three credit bureaus, for the auto industry, for each one, it's a different type of score. So let's move forward to the, credit card companies, right? The credit card companies for Experian use it FICO score 2 and 3. Okay, and for Equifax, they uses FICO 5, and for TransUnion, uses FICO 4. For the mortgage company, it's a different score. Experian uses FICO score 2, TransUnion uses FICO score 4, and Equifax uses FICO score 5. So that's three different industries that I'm giving you an example of. They all uses, to some degree, uses different FICO score. Remember, there's 28 different scores within the FICO model. In different industry, it varies. They may use a different type of score within the 28. They choose it for whatever the reason is. Now, here's the kicker. What you have to understand is that, let's just say you have a credit card by company ABC, but company ABC uses FICO 9. And FICO 4, or whatever the case may be. What you have to realize is that if TransUnion doesn't use FICO 2 because they use FICO 8, that means that particular company on a month-to-month basis would not submit any information, updated information to TransUnion, and vice versa for the other two. So automatically, your score is going to be different because certain company that you do business with as a consumer doesn't use the particular FICO number that company currently use. So therefore, they're not going to submit any update to that particular bureau, right? So as a result of this madness, your score will always be different among the three. So if company ABC doesn't use a particular FICO, but that's the FICO number that this particular bureau used, then they're not going to be reporting to each other. So therefore, they don't have the data. As a result, your score will be different. So I hope I was able to explain this to you in a way you can understand. But if you need more explanation, you could always write a comment. That goes a long way. Like the video if you like it. You know, the algorithm will do wonder if you do that. And consider subscribe. Okay, so I have a lot of content in this channel. The sole purpose is to educate, to help whoever need help in their journey to the 800 Club, or to save a lot of interest rate. Okay, so please consider subscribe to help the channel grow. I appreciate your time.